What I'm going to go through tonight is the overall sort of path to making life multiplanetary, to an environment that they did not evolve to exist in. Without breaking physics, we can do this. Life becoming multiplanetary. It's surreal, but it's real.
What a world this guy is trying to build. If that hook worked and I've got even a bit of your attention, let's talk about what this video is really about. I have wanted to write a story because, well, I haven't written a proper one in a while. I wanted to be in the realm of pure storytelling, so I wanted to write a good one. Beginning to write a story is my favorite part. You get to build the world your story takes place in. If the world you build is close to reality, it's easier to imagine. It can still be fiction, but it feels more grounded. Like John Wick. It's obviously fiction, but it feels like something that could happen if the real world turned a certain way. But if you're building an epic fantasy, you get to push the boundaries. Game of Thrones is an epic fantasy. Its world is, for a lack of a better word, insane. And if you're like me and you tend to get stuck in world building, which we'll talk about at the end of the video, then you probably love epic fantasies. Here's the golden rule. Spend as much time on it as your story actually needs. Not more, not less. Some of the best stories happen in a single room. Hell, they can happen in a box between two ants. But the moment one of those ants starts talking about something outside the box, you've got to know what's in the room. Maybe even outside the house, the neighborhood, the country, the universe. When I hear Elon talk, I get it. Ever since we realized there's something beyond here, we've been obsessed with going there. Not another dimension, just outside this rock we're on. And with people like Elon pushing the limits, we might actually get there, become an interplanetary species, break past the boundaries of the setting we spawned in. But that made me feel a little sad about our planet. I kept picturing Wall-E on an abandoned Earth, kept seeing sad Wall-E and seeing sad Earth. That got me thinking, what if there was a story where becoming a part of Earth is the dream? A story where humans had spread out into the universe, and then in the same way that humans built skyscrapers and then started missing trees, people all over the universe started to covet becoming an Earthling again. So the Earth can't look like that if people dream of becoming Earthlings. How did it all go down? I know, humans had learned how to become immortal. Why? Because I said so, and it's my story. I'm kidding. There is reasoning behind that. This is an idea I wrote down months ago. I'm not coming up with this on the fly. As humans are now immortal, they have a lot of time on their hands. And they can keep welcoming more people, but hardly ever have the chance to say goodbye to any of them. This obviously led to a bit of a problem. Thus, bringing in new people became highly regulated and eventually banned. But humans in this world had a lot of time on their hands. They began to solve the interplanetary thing and eventually got it. We could go to Mars. Anyone that goes there can now become parents, start a family, but there's one little problem. They're all still immortal and not many people are dying. Pretty soon Mars becomes overcrowded as well. Bringing in new people to the party is banned again. But as you know, humans in this world have a lot of time on their hands. They developed technology that could bend space and find far-off, inhabitable planets. When a new planet they inhabited crossed a certain threshold of population, you had to move to a planet inhabited after your planet. Thus, someone from Mars can't go to Earth and bring new people in, but they can do that on any other planet that was inhabited after them. And there you have it, a human race that is spread out all over the universe. Now, why would they want to return to Earth? Probably because they can't. No one from any other planet can go to Earth, but someone from Earth can go anywhere as they are from the highest order planet. Mars is the second highest order planet where only those from Earth can come, and Martians can go anywhere but Earth. Now, when I say immortal, I mean they have defeated aging and disease. They have the resources to fix people up of any ailments and injuries. But let's say you're crossing the street late at night and a fellow Earthling hits you with their car. To avoid the consequences of what he has done, he speeds off. No one is there to fix you, and you have no way of fixing yourself, as you have left all your miracle drugs at home. You know, that kind of immortality. People on Earth die a lot less, but some still die. And when enough time passes, which they have a lot of, the Earth has a different kind of problem. Many who chose to never leave Earth were not around anymore. They needed to now import people from lesser order planets, give them the honor of becoming Earthlings. They devised a whole system for this. After all, they had a lot of time on their hands. In making the system, they also kept in mind that other planets will also have this problem of eventually having too little people left. So in this universe we've built, there's a selection process every 10 years on each planet. One person can be nominated from each planet to be given the opportunity to move to a higher order planet. The highest order planets, of course, conduct this process, with Earthlings heading the whole thing. One person can be nominated from each planet to be given the opportunity to move to a higher order planet. I think that's a pretty compelling setting. When we move on to building characters, our protagonist could have the ultimate dream of becoming an Earthling. His story could span decades as he moves or fails to move to higher order planets, setting his eyes on the prize. Now that we have built the universe, we should go down to the place where the story is actually happening, where the characters are trying to achieve their goals. I could spend ages building every minute detail I can think of in this universe. But all that work won't bring me closer to a story that is good, thought-provoking, emotion-evoking. I didn't read Game of Thrones wiki pages for hours because the world building was cool. Well, it was cool. But what got me interested in the world building was all the really cool things that the really cool people did. So if you haven't started working on the very cool characters and very cool things they do, and you're still building a universe, stop. Start writing the story. Next, I'll work on the characters and what they'll do. I might make a video about it. I might not. Thank you if you watched till the end. Until next time.